trike broke again, so I got some bolts to fix it. I'll show you guys what's up with it in a minute. So we got these things fixed. They're all ready to go. And now I'm just addressing the chain. So basically, the tensioner came up a little bit, and so the chain got loose enough to throw. So the problem with this design, it's pretty good, but the flaw with it is that when I tighten it, these things get closer together. So, you know, it gets loose again. So basically I'm gonna make a piece to go on the top here and weld to keep these at that distance, and then I'll be able to get this as tight as I need it and it'll stay. So I'm just gonna get a piece of this flat stock that I have left and just weld it on the top here, and that should be just fine. So another thing I've been meaning to do to this is to add a kill switch, because you know, if you're flying and you need to kill it for some reason, the switch is behind the seat, and if you're a contortionist, you can probably reach back there and hit that switch, but most people can't, and plus you're like fumbling around the hot engine and the wheels are right here. So I'm gonna put a switch to kill the engine right here. As you can see, I made a little tab and drilled a hole in it and just welded it on here. So it's gonna sit right there like that. I'm gonna run wires underneath here and just splice into one of these wires going to the switch here. That way we'll be able to kill it right there should that be necessary. So I'm gonna wire that in and then chop this thing so that I can shorten it, weld it back up, and that'll make the front of it higher up, and it should stop scraping the ground. And then we'll put it all back together. Alright, so on the trike, we've got the kill switch all wired in. So now I just need to raise up the front, and how I'm doing that is I've got this middle part, which is what always scrapes, sitting way up off the ground, and the front tire on the ground, and I chopped this almost all the way off, and as you can see I stuck a bunch of metal in there, and I'm going to use that as filler to weld it all up, and then it will sit this high off the ground. And the reason I want it so high is because when you turn that, this gets lower, and when you sit on it, it gets even lower still, so I need it a little bit higher than I want it. So now it should be just perfect with somebody sitting on it. So I'm gonna weld that up and then throw the seat back on and test her out, see how she does. And here's how the trike sits now that she's nice and raised. Not the prettiest welds, but they're all filled in and they'll hold. Need to wire brush them, but we'll do it in a minute. So now you can easily fit 3 fingers under here. Before you could barely fit 1. It hardly goes down at all when you sit on it, so it's nice and raised. I don't expect I should have any more trouble with it, with the height of it anyways. Got the kill switch on, it's looking good, and got the top part welded on for the tensioner, so you're all set. This thing's ready to go. I'll have to go test it out. So every time it rains, this weird circle of mushrooms grows in the exact same spot in our yard. And nowhere else in our yard or even in this neighborhood are there even mushrooms, so it's kind of weird. So just took the trike for a rip. It's running great. Needs a few small tweaks still. The height is great. The switch works, but unfortunately one end of it came loose in there, so I need to redo the wire a little bit, but not a big deal. And then there was one other thing, but I forgot what it was. Oh, the tensioner. It seems to be working, but the tacks broke on that side, so I need to re-weld that. And I'm still gonna get a brake for it, a clutch brake, so I'm gonna do that. Probably do it all on the same day, because for now it runs and it works well, so all good. So today we're at the park with our trikes to give them a proper test rip. So we'll see how it goes. So here we got Zach's trike.
Whole thing appears to be held together by tack welds.
I think these are gonna hold today, dude.
Good enough.
What are you doing?
Putting the key stock back in that I just now cut.
Do you have a patent on that duct tape design?
Heck yeah.
He's got this piece on the back here so that when he doesn't want to use the trailer, you can just hang the whole trike off the trailer hitch. So I honestly can't wait to see what that looks like. I mean, it should work as long as your welds are good.
It should.
No pedals, no problem.
It doesn't only go past half throttle. Don't worry about that. I'm trying to get it to where it warms up and I'm actually throttle. It dies at throttle.
It's just because it's cold. Mine did the same thing. So we got out here and some of my welds broke where the bike part meets the frame part. See how it's kind of leaned over like this? Some of my gross welds broke right here. So I got to take it home and grind them down and weld them back real quick. Luckily we just look like fucking quick in this place. I'll do that real quick and come back. Zach's having carb issues, so I'm going to grab him some carb cleaner while I'm out. Zach got his carb cleaned out, so he's over there riding his. I went home and welded mine up real quick. That's these welds on the side here, and they were holding until I decided to go down the steep hill with no brakes, and I thought I could shimmy the cart side to side like I normally do to stop. It didn't work, and so basically I had to break the front of it running off the road to keep from dying. And I didn't die, I didn't get hurt at all, so that's good. But as you can see, these welds in the front broke now, and it's too low to try at all. So this next time, I'm going to probably make some plates that go around each side, and then probably make some support bars to give this thing more support, because that seems to be the weak point of the frame at the moment. So, oh well. Also, before I take it back down any steep hills like that, I need to have a functioning brake. So yeah, that's the plan.